Hello and welcome to today's episode, the podcast where we explore the ins and outs of learning English in a fun, engaging, and practical way. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner, we're here to help you navigate the beautiful and often confusing world of the English language. In today's episode, we're going to dive into something very exciting: idioms. You've probably heard of them, but do you really know what they are and why they're so important? We'll be talking about what idioms are, why they're essential for sounding more natural when speaking English, and we'll give you plenty of examples so you can start using them in your own conversations. Trust me, mastering idioms can take your English to a whole new level. What are idioms? Idioms are phrases or expressions whose meanings are not the same as the literal meanings of the individual words. In other words, if you translate an idiom word for word, you probably won't understand its true meaning. Idioms are often cultural, specific to a language, and they add color, personality, and a natural flow to speech. Let's break it down with an example. It's raining cats and dogs. If you translate this literally, it sounds like animals are falling from the sky. But in reality, this idiom means it's raining heavily. So, the expression raining cats and dogs isn't meant to be taken literally, but figuratively, meaning it's pouring rain. Why are idioms important? Now that we know what idioms are, why should we care about them? Well, learning idioms is a crucial step if you want to sound like a native English speaker. Using idioms in conversation helps you sound more natural. Native speakers use idioms all the time in everyday conversations, and using them will make you sound more fluent and less like you're reading from a textbook. Build stronger connections. Idioms are a huge part of informal communication. Knowing them allows you to connect better with people and even make jokes that would be hard to understand without them. Understand cultural context. Idioms often reflect cultural references and shared experiences. Knowing them can give you insights into the culture of English-speaking countries. Improve listening skills. When you learn idioms, you'll be better prepared to understand movies, TV shows, podcasts, and even the casual conversations that native speakers have. Let's explore some common idioms. Let's now take a look at some of the most common idioms that you can start using right away. I'll explain what each one means, and then I'll give you a couple of examples of how they can be used. Let's start with a classic one: break the ice. Have you ever walked into a room full of strangers and felt that awkward silence? That's when you need to break the ice. It's all about making people feel more comfortable or starting a conversation in a social situation. For example, you might hear someone say, "I was really nervous about meeting her family, but once we started talking about movies, it really helped break the ice." Or maybe if you're shy like me, you could say, "I'm so shy at parties. I usually wait for someone else to break the ice before I can join the conversation." It's about doing something to ease the tension, especially when meeting people for the first time. Another fun one is burn the midnight oil. This one comes in handy when you've got a deadline or something that needs to be done right now. It's not about literally lighting a lamp in the middle of the night, but rather staying up late to work. So, maybe you've been there. "I've got a big presentation tomorrow, so I'll be burning the midnight oil tonight to finish my slides." Or a more casual version: "She was burning the midnight oil last week to finish that project, but it paid off because she got great feedback." In short, it's about working hard late into the night. Now, how about bite the bullet? Imagine you've been putting off something like going to the dentist or having a difficult conversation. You know it's inevitable, but it's tough. That's when you need to bite the bullet. Here's a situation. "I've been putting off going to the dentist for months, but I think it's time to bite the bullet and make an appointment." Or maybe, "I'm not excited about the meeting, but I'll just have to bite the bullet and get it over with." It's all about doing something you've been avoiding, even though it's uncomfortable. Ever heard someone say, "The ball is in your court"? That phrase comes into play when it's your turn to take action or make a decision. Picture this scenario. I've given you all the details, now the ball is in your court. Or perhaps in a more playful setting. We've made our offer, and now the ball is in their court. Let's see if they accept it. It's that moment when you realize the next move is totally on you. Here is one that I absolutely love: hit the nail on the head. It's the perfect way to say someone has nailed it, completely got it right. Imagine this. When Sarah said the team needed more planning, she really hit the nail on the head. We weren't prepared enough. Or even, I think you hit the nail on the head with your suggestion. That's exactly what we need. It's just that feeling of saying or doing something spot on, exactly as it should be. Let's talk about spill the beans. This one's all about revealing a secret, maybe accidentally. Like this. We were planning a surprise party for Tom, but Sue spilled the beans before we could pull it off. Or perhaps, I didn't mean to spill the beans, but I accidentally told her about the promotion. It's that moment when a secret gets out, whether you meant to or not. And here's another one you've probably heard. Under the weather. It's a pretty common way of saying you're feeling sick. Maybe you've used it before. I think I'm going to skip the meeting today. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Or something like, he was under the weather for a few days, but he's back at work now. It's just a gentler way of saying you're not feeling your best. Who doesn't love something that's a piece of cake? This idiom is a great way to describe something super easy to do. For instance, the test was a piece of cake. I finished it in just 20 minutes. Or maybe, don't worry, fixing this issue is a piece of cake. I can do it in no time. It's that feeling when something turns out to be simpler than you thought. Have you ever been told that something costs an arm and a leg? Well, this one is all about expensive stuff, when it's way more than you expected. Picture this. I really wanted to buy that new phone, but it costs an arm and a leg. I'll have to wait. Or, we went to a fancy restaurant last night, and the bill cost an arm and a leg. It's just a fun way to complain about prices that are ridiculously high. Next up, we have let the cat out of the bag. This one's perfect for when someone accidentally reveals a secret, usually a surprise. I wasn't supposed to tell anyone, but I accidentally let the cat out of the bag about the surprise. Or perhaps, she let the cat out of the bag during lunch, and now everyone knows about the new project. It's that moment when you reveal something that was meant to be a secret. And who doesn't know kick the bucket? A lighthearted way of saying someone passed away. It's a bit on the humorous side, despite the meaning. My grandfather kicked the bucket last year, and we all miss him a lot. Or, don't joke about kicking the bucket. We're just getting started on our adventure. It's a euphemism for dying, but it can definitely be used in a casual, almost playful way. Have you ever heard the phrase, once in a blue moon? It's a nice way to describe something that happens so rarely it feels almost magical. For example, we only go out for dinner once in a blue moon, usually we just cook at home. Or, I see my old college friends once in a blue moon, but when we do, it's always great fun. It's about those rare moments that happen, well, once in a blue moon. Here's one that'll make you rethink how you see challenges. A blessing in disguise. This is the perfect idiom for when something seems bad at first, but turns out to be good in the end. Losing that job was a blessing in disguise. It led me to a much better opportunity. Or, that car accident was a blessing in disguise. It made me realize I need to slow down and be more careful. It's about finding the silver lining in tough situations. Have you ever tried to get straight to the point and said, cut to the chase? It's like telling someone, enough with the small talk. Let's get to the important stuff. We've been talking for an hour. Can we just cut to the chase and talk about the main issue? Or, I don't have much time, so let's cut to the chase. Did we get the job? It's when you want to skip all the fluff and just get to what matters. If you've ever been in trouble, you might have been in hot water. That's when you're facing consequences or something difficult. I forgot my boss's birthday, and now I'm in hot water. Or, he's really in hot water with his parents for missing his curfew last night. It's a colorful way to say you're in trouble. And lastly, how about through thick and thin? This idiom is perfect when you're talking about someone who's been with you through good times and bad. For example, we've been friends through thick and thin. No matter what life throws at us, we stick together. Or, she's always been there for me through thick and thin. I really appreciate her support. It's about loyalty, no matter the situation. As you can see, idioms are an essential part of mastering English and sounding more like a native speaker. When you understand and use idioms, your conversations will feel more natural, and you'll be able to engage in casual chats jokes, and cultural references much more easily. Learning idioms isn't just about memorizing phrases. It's about understanding how native speakers communicate and connect with each other. Once you get a grasp on idioms, you'll notice how much easier it becomes to understand movies, TV shows, podcasts, and even the daily conversations happening around you. So, the next time you're practicing your English, try to use some of these idioms. The more you use them, the more confident and natural you'll sound in your conversations. Thank you for joining us on today's episode. We hope you've enjoyed exploring idioms with us. If you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. We'll be back soon with more exciting content to help you master English. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and remember, speak like a native, understand like a native. Goodbye, and take care.